Welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio from Stewards Planning Group. Stewards Planning Group is a company that specializes in helping you build purposeful retirement plans, custom plans that not only help clients steward their treasure, but also their time and talent as well. They believe if you're taken care of financially, you can go even further to make the family, community, and kingdom impact you truly desire to make, which is the ultimate purpose of wealth. If you'd like to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting with one of their financial advisors, please give them a call at 222-4236. You can request a meeting at stewardsplanning.com, or you can simply stop by their office on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. I'm your host, Ben Taatjes, joined in the studio again today with one of our talented advisors, Claire Molden's in the studio. How are you, Claire?
Hey, Ben, I'm good.
Hey, good. You know, it's harvest time, it's fall time. I know you are a farm family, so probably getting pretty crazy busy these days.
Yeah, I don't see my husband a whole lot these next couple weeks, so it is what it is. But it's a fun time. It's exciting. The kids enjoy going out to the farm and helping. So
I was going to say, how about the boys? Do you ever get to see them around, or are they out in the tractor as well?
Well, they still have to go to school. So, I mean, I do see them most days, but on the weekends, that's basically where they want to be, is out on the farm.
Yeah, I can remember when I was a young boy, I used to spend time, and I even got to sneak out of school occasionally to ride in the tractor. And it was fun. I grew up on a farm as well, and always look forward to this time of year and seeing the tractors doing their thing and the farmers. It's still fun to watch, so that's good. And as we get closer to the end of the year, it always makes me think of year-end things that don't necessarily have to wait until the end of the year, but hey, we only have until December 31 to make certain tax moves. One of those is Roth conversions, and I know that's something that we've done a lot for our clients over the years, and we want to talk about that a little bit today because we've got a couple months left here before December 31, and that's why it's top of mind for us and our clients. Claire, you've done a number of these. Maybe just for our listeners, explain to them as simple as you can so we can make sure people understand, well, what is a Roth conversion? First of all, just what's the difference between a Roth and a traditional IRA? Maybe we'll just start there.
Sure. Yeah. So you've got basically two IRA vehicles, the traditional IRA and the Roth IRA. The main difference between the two is their taxation. So traditional IRA, that's pre-tax money that goes in. You pay tax on the money when you take that distribution. Roth money is post-tax money going in and tax-free money coming out. So when we're talking about Roth conversions, it's really just taking money that's in that traditional IRA and moving it to a Roth IRA. And it's not just a straight transfer, because transfers, there's no tax liability. A Roth conversion, there would be a tax liability. So let's say you wanted to convert $50,000 from your traditional to your Roth. Well, that's $50,000 that's added to your taxable income for the year. So you do have to pay taxes on that. There's no penalties, though. It gets you out of that early withdrawal penalty when you convert. But it's a good way to get money that is in a pre-tax traditional IRA account into a Roth IRA account. Because, of course, we know as that Roth grows, it grows tax-free.
Yeah, and we don't know, of course, where either tax rates will be in the future. I would guess they continue to go up from here. Basically, that's the trend when we have a lot of debt in this country, and there's reasons to have tax to pay off some of that. I mean, we contemplate tax rates go. We don't know that, but I think that certainly is a potential out there. Tell me why somebody would want to make a Roth conversion right now.
So as an advisor or as a planner, I'm always kind of looking at different opportunities for clients. So one opportunity to do a Roth conversion would be when we have a market correction or the market is down. If we think about it, markets are down, we can take some of those monies inside of the traditional IRA that are maybe more tied to the market, like let's say a growth fund or an equity, and we take that holding and convert it over to Roth, and we just let it sit, wait for the market to go back, and then as the market appreciates, you enjoy that appreciation inside of the Roth.
Yeah, so you're able to get that growth, actually that rebound, which potentially can come after a downturn in a in a tax advantage Roth IRA. It makes total sense. So in a market like this, right now the market's fairly high. I know most of the indexes are near all-time highs. What's another reason that you still might want to do one this year?
Yeah, so another thing that we're looking at as planners is where are you at in your tax bracket? So as we get closer to the end of the year, you have a little bit better idea of where you're sitting. Am I at the top of the 22%? Am I getting close to the top of the 24%? Those are the two brackets that we're really kind of looking at because they're really close together. You go from 12 to 22, that's a pretty big jump. And then after the 24, it goes up into 32. And so we don't necessarily want to convert into that higher tax bracket, but the 22 and the 24 are kind of your sweet spot. And most people are kind of in those brackets anyway. So what we'll do is we'll analyze where you're at for taxable income for the year. And if there is some room, let's say you've got $20,000 before you get to that next bracket. Well, now we can take $20,000 of a Roth conversion and then really just kind of maximize your tax bracket for you. Another opportunity too, we spoke about life changes and, events that we weren't really anticipating in our last shows last month. When you have a death of a spouse, you have that full year in the year that they pass away that you're still in that joint filing status. So that's another opportunity we'll look at if it's you or the spouse had significant traditional IRA money or 401k money. We'll look at converting some of that because going forward, you'll be a single filer and you maybe won't have that opportunity anymore.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think it always comes down to, major life events create some kind of planning need. And it's why, whenever we sit down with clients, whether we're trying to encourage them or just show them the benefits of a Roth conversion or other planning techniques that we'll use, it starts with really understanding the family, right? Understanding what are you stewarding today, right? Answering the question, getting organized, knowing where we're at. The second thing, we're always trying to understand how much income do you need now and in the future to live on? And then what do you do with what's left over? And the Roth conversion, I think, is such an integral tool in our planning process here that I think we wanted to dedicate this whole show to it. Any common pitfalls, Claire, that you see clients make with Roth conversions?
I think where the biggest opportunity that we miss is right when clients retire. So they're used to pulling in this income from a salary and then they've retired and maybe they've got other incomes coming in, but they kind of get used to not spending as much. So we're not taking anything from maybe their retirement account, the IRA or the 401k, until they get to required minimum distribution age. And then at that point, they're forced to take this money out. And maybe they don't need it then either, but now they're paying tax on it, and it's money that they're not necessarily using. So by utilizing a Roth conversion early in retirement, in those years that maybe they're not utilizing it, but we can get it to Roth, that's not only going to, again, maximize your tax bracket, but it's also going to lower your RMD amount and get more money into Roth. If that's money that they're looking to pass on to their kids, why not do it tax-free?
Makes total sense, Claire. Appreciate you coming on the show today to share more about Roth conversions and your insight there. So until next week, from all of us at Stewards Planning Group, steward well.
Do you need help stewarding your time, your talent, or your treasure? If so, Stewards Planning Group can help. Now is the time to set up a no-cost, no-obligation meeting. You can do this one of three ways. Number one, give them a call right now at 222-4236. You can request a meeting online at stewardsplanning.com, or you can just stop by their office located on 19th Avenue Southwest in Wilmer. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Time, Talent, Treasure Radio. We'll see you next time.
Securities offered through Cetera Wealth Services, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Cetera Investment Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity.